Welcome back to the channel. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to try to tell you why I have both an American Express Platinum card and an American Express Gold card, and why you may want to think about getting one or both of these as well. So let's get started. The Platinum card is not a cheap card. It costs $695 a year as an annual fee. But just using the rewards that I would typically want to use anyway, I more than pay for that annual fee. Anytime you get an American Express card that earns points, every purchase that you make, regardless of what it is, every purchase is going to make 1 point per dollar spent. That's 1 penny worth of points. With the Platinum card, because I wanted to do travel, there are a couple of things that happen when I purchase things through the American Express Platinum card. If I go through their travel portal, or if I go directly to an airline to purchase a flight, I will earn 5 times that many points. And by the same token, if I purchase a hotel room through their portal, whether it's one of their signature hotels or just any hotel available, I will also earn 5 times the points. So for instance, when I was spending the night all the time in Knoxville, and I would either go stay at the Red Roof Inn or the La Quinta Inn, both of those were available through that portal, and I would earn 5 times the points spent on the room. That adds up rather quickly, but not fast enough. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But the way that I have paid for this is through some of the rewards that offer me discounts on things that I would ordinarily do anyway. So let's talk about a couple of things right up front. One is that I purchased a TSA pre-check pack, which is good for 5 years, and American Express reimbursed me the total amount of that cost. Let me start by putting that up here on the screen. TSA pre-check cost me $85. Now, I did make a mistake here, and I really wish that I had gone for the global entry at $100, because TSA pre-check doesn't work outside the country. The other thing that I did also is I bought a Clear Pass, $189, and what that does is allow me to check in before TSA, to check in using a scanner on my eye or through my passport number to get moved to the front of the line regardless of how long that line is. Both TSA PreCheck and Clear Pass, once I have purchased that product, American Express issues me a refund for the full amount of that product, so they are free to me. The next thing that I use on a regular basis is online entertainment. There is a $240 per year credit issued in $20 per month increments, and you can use them for things like Audible or other kinds of things. And what I did is I chose the Disney Plus package, which gives me both Disney Plus and Hulu. And that cost me roughly $21.95 a month. And so once that bill is processed, American Express gives me back $20. So it cost me $1.95 a month to have access to Disney Plus and Hulu. In addition, there is an Uber and Uber Eats benefit that is $200 per year, or roughly $15 per month. Now, again, these things, when I say per month, that means that it doesn't carry over to the next month. If you don't use it, you lose it. And Uber is one of those things that sometimes I wind up losing it. I do use Uber quite often, and that's another $240 that as I spend that money, American Express automatically credits me back the amount that I have spent, up to $20 per month. And it doesn't have to be on a single ride. That could be 3 rides, up to $20 a month. And then it also gives me what they call airline credits. So every year you choose an airline. And for me, this last year it has been Delta. It may be different next year, depending on what airlines we choose to go with to go to Edinburgh in March. But right now it's Delta. So if I buy a Delta ticket, I have $200 in credits that I can use to upgrade my seat, pay for Wi-Fi on the flight, upgrade meals, any number of kind of extra issues. If I ever lose my mind and decide to check a bag but didn't pay for it on the ticket, all of those things up to $200 for the year, American Express will give me back that amount of money. And then it also pays $12.95 a month for me to join Walmart Plus. So in Walmart Plus, I get special discounts. I can order online through the app. I can order and go pick it up at Walmart, and I don't have to go through the horror of being in a Walmart store. I can order things that maybe they don't have in the store, but they will deliver to me. All of that I can do through the Walmart Plus app, and that app doesn't cost me anything because American Express is giving me that money back every month. And then there's also a $100 credit to Saks Fifth Avenue. Now, $100 doesn't go very far to Saks Fifth Avenue, and it's split up into $50 the first 6 months of the year and $50 in the last 6 months of the year. And so what I have done is I have looked for things that cost $50 or less at Saks. So the last time that I purchased something through Saks, I found an aftershave that is just absolutely wonderful. It was $50 for the bottle. I wound up paying taxes and shipping. In fact, I think shipping was free. And so I wound up paying the tax, and then American Express gave me that money back. If I add all of that up, I've got about $900 coming back to me from American Express. That more than pays for the $695 that I have spent on the card. In addition, there are all kinds of rewards and discounts that they provide every month, that if you buy something through a particular store and you spend $100, you'll get $30 back or $40 back, or sometimes even they'll give you 5 times points back, a number of different ways that this card pays for itself. But also the things that it provides that I don't pay for is, for instance, a 90-day return insurance on any product that I buy. So if I go down to the Apple store and I buy a new MacBook, and Apple has a policy that they don't accept returns after 2 weeks, I can still return that by filing a claim through American Express up to 90 days and get my full refund back. It will also take care of, if you have a flight delay that's caused by weather and the airline is not going to reimburse you for a hotel room or meals or whatever for however long you're going to be stuck in the airport because of weather, American Express will cover that up to $300 per trip. I'll take that back. I think it's $300 per day. I'll look at that. So there are a number of other ways that the card benefits me, okay? But the drawback to the card for me in trying to earn points was that I was only earning points if I booked a hotel or I booked a flight, extra points at least, and that wasn't enough. And so that's when I decided to go with the Gold Card. The Gold Card gives me 4 times points back on every time I go to a grocery store. Now, it doesn't count Target or Walmart as a grocery store. It doesn't count 7-Eleven or, those kinds of, it doesn't count Costco or Sam's Club as a grocery store. You have to go to what is considered a supermarket grocery store. But I will get 4 times the points back there, and I will get 4 times the points back on every single time I go out to eat, which when I was working was quite a lot. That card cost me $250 a year, and there are some benefits that will earn you back those dollars, but I don't typically use them, so I'm not going to go through them right now. So for me, one of the things that I'm trying to do is take my family to Edinburgh and the Isle of Skye in March of 2024. So what I did was I got with my 3 daughters and I said, how would you like to have your own American Express Platinum card on my account? And they had some questions, about, what happens if we don't pay the bill? Well, if you don't pay the bill, the card gets canceled and you don't get it anymore. That's pretty simple. They all agreed to do that. And so every time they make a purchase now, they are earning points toward our trip. I also provided them with an American Express Gold Card. So every time they go out to eat and use that card, they're earning 4 times the points. Right now, we have about 500,000 points. It would take about 1.2 million to pay for all the tickets. I never intended to get that many points, but it is making a big dent in the amount of money that I have to spend every month, or the amount of money I have to spend for tickets to get to Scotland in March. And that was the idea. You may think, well, okay, if I can earn the $695 back, maybe that's a good deal. But the $250 is much better for me. Well, just keep in mind that you're probably not going to use the benefits to earn that money back on the Gold Card. They're very restrictive, and I don't count on any of those things to earn my annual fee back through the Gold Card. But if you have both cards, the American Express Platinum Card will provide you with more than enough yearly returns to pay for the expense. And then you can start booking flights for the points, which, again, becomes free money to you anytime you want to use it. Let me just say here before I say this last thing, and that is that I am not a financial advisor. I am using this card for myself. American Express is not a credit card. American Express is a charge card. Credit card, you leave a balance if you want to. You pay 30% interest every month and never pay it off like student loans. Or you can get a charge card like American Express where you are paying it off every single month. And if you don't have the wherewithal to pay it off every month, do not get these cards. But if you want to travel some, or you want to use your points for some other things, maybe you just want to book some hotels, it gives me gold status for Hilton and for Marriott without having to earn any nights free. If you want to do that kind of thing, one or both of these cards might be of benefit to you. And I have links in the description below that will, right now, is a referral link that will give you tens of thousands of points for signing up. Now, there's a minimum requirement of how much money you have to charge to the card in the first 4 months, I think, for the Gold Card, or the first 6 months for the Platinum Card. But I can tell you that if you decide to do this and you put your house payment on the card and you put your insurance on the card and you start paying for everything when you go out on the card, and then you just transfer the money from your bank account to the card to pay it off, you will earn points very, very fast. If you want to click those, keep in mind that I'm going to get a few points as well if you use those links. I don't know how long this special is going to run, but it is running right now. The reward points that you get for signing up changes every 4 to 6 weeks, or maybe every quarter. So just keep in mind that waiting might mean that you get less of a benefit for signing up initially. Keep in mind that if you do apply, I don't know that. I don't know anything about what happens with you after you click that link. All I know is that at some point I get credit for somebody who signed up and I get points added to my card. I won't know that it's you. They do protect your privacy in that way. So let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll talk to you again in the next video.